triangle signs, with trees and rocks as markers. When it comes to the triangle signs used by the Japanese Imperial Army as clues to their hidden Yamashita treasures, they actually have very different meanings. To amateur treasure hunters, this can be very confusing, where they often end up heading towards the wrong direction. One of the most common meanings of a triangle sign is it represents the amount of the hidden deposit. Most treasure codes references provides the meaning, volume of treasures. The question is, how do you know that the triangle sign you found has this kind of meaning? You have to know that site location and markers really do help a lot in accurately interpreting Yamashita treasure signs. Let's say that you have encountered a triangle sign engraved on a rock deep inside the tunnel or under the ground that you dug. Chances are, the triangle sign refers to volume of treasures as its meaning. What's really good about it is that a triangle sign that refers to the treasure is a good indication that the items are close from being uncovered. Take note, such sign must be recovered deep under the ground. On the other hand, triangle signs found on the ground surface have different meanings. Unlike those that are found under the ground surface, triangle signs have meanings that are related to direction and location of the digging spot. On this video, we are going to cover the meanings of the triangle signs that are found on the ground surface. Although these set of triangle signs that we are about to discuss requires some presence of markers, particularly old trees or rocks. Triangle sign with a dot at its center. When you have discovered a triangle sign with a dot at its center, try to observe the old rocks or trees that are used as markers. Study their arrangement by trying to interconnect them through your own imagination. Of course, you may also choose to sketch it on a piece of paper. In most cases, they will form a triangle formation. It doesn't have to be a perfect triangle formation, where what's important is that they seem to barricade the area that they have surrounded. Now, the hidden or digging spot for the treasure deposit is right exactly at the center portion of this group of old trees or rocks. Two triangles with a positive and dot sign in between. This sign has similar meaning to the triangle sign with a dot at its center. The only difference is that the group of old trees or rocks that surrounds the deposit spot doesn't have to be arranged in triangle formation. Those two triangles represent these group of surrounding old trees or rocks. The plus sign indicates that the deposit is hidden at the center of this group of old trees or rocks. X, while the dot is the representation of the hidden item. Triangle with a short tail. A triangle with a short tail is one of my favorite treasure sign, because it gives a very accurate detail about the exact location of the hidden treasure. However, this triangle sign only refers to markers, which are a group of surrounding trees. What's really interesting about it is that, among these trees, there is one that has an odd shape. In most cases, it is strangely bended. This is actually the tree where the item is hidden. Plain triangle sign on the ground surface. A plain triangle sign can also be encountered out from the surface, and not just under the ground. However, it does not mean volume of deposit, but it is a sign that gives directions. It actually refers to the corners of the surrounding old trees or rocks where the object is hidden. Triangle sign with an inside dot on one corner. This triangle sign means that, inside the surrounding old trees or rocks, the deposit is hidden in one of their corners. Three dots that are inside a triangle. Those three dots mean that there are three separate deposits, and they are hidden inside the three corners of the surrounding old trees or rocks. Three dots outside the triangle. Just like the previous triangle sign, the three dots represent three separate deposits in the three corners of the surrounding old trees or rocks. The only difference is that they are at the outside area. Triangle with three dots that are not on the corners. As you can see, there are three dots, which again represent three separate deposits. What makes this sign different from the previous one is that the deposits are hidden in between the old trees or rocks. How do you consider trees or rocks as markers? It is important that the triangle signs that we have discussed must be supported by authentic markers that are in the form of trees or rocks. Thus, it is important that you should be able to recognize them. There are three possible ways on how you can confirm them as markers. First, make sure that the tree or rock is old. Second, study their arrangements. You should notice that they have proper alignment or strange formation. And third, you can find some engraved signs on them, which can give further details in locating the exact spot of the hidden treasure deposit. Anyway, if you have any questions with regards to this topic, then feel free to ask them on the comment form below. Moreover, have you enjoyed watching this video? If your answer is yes, and you are new to my channel, then you may want to subscribe, and hit the like button. You are also free to share to your friends, or to someone who may find it helpful. If you prefer a reading material about treasure hunting, then I recommend visiting my blogging website at treasurehunt.club. Thank you very much for watching, and happy treasure hunting!